3,
now
2, 1.
I made a devil with his fork.
In criminal cop news, submitted by Wes from Seattle, several cities in Alaska are employing dozens of police officers with criminal records.
So crook cops.
Yeah.
Did they not ever do this before?
Maybe they don't have time. They don't have enough people.
If you have a record, or you know,
What are the crimes?
That's a good one. Because if it's like
Tickets.
killing a cop, probably.
Before if it was if you had a felony, it was automatic disqualification. I don't know if they're taking felonies now or if they're taking people with misdemeanors. But also, I know a bunch of people that were criminals. They just never got caught and they became police officers.
Oh yeah. I know.
To me, like the overall concept isn't new, but then I guess on paper, that's where it's like. And if you're hearing this for the first time, you're probably like, oh shit, there's criminals that become cops. I'm like, duh, I knew drug dealers that became cops.
Yeah.
But I always think that they're the minority, not like a lot of.
That's true.
Yeah, department.
Were they convicted drug dealers?
Probably not.
No.
They just got away with it.
Yeah, because these are convicted criminals of assault, domestic violence, and theft.
What the fuck?
But to me, there's no difference. It's just one got caught and one didn't.
Yeah.
Like whether you sold drugs and you got convicted or you didn't, you're both
Well, the
former drug
difference
dealers.
is here that the people hiring are like, we know you beat your wife up and we know you did this
Yeah.
and that, but we're still gonna give you the job to take care of the bad guys. that are doing this.
Yeah.
So like most likely if you did that, you're gonna walk into a domestic violence household and you're gonna be like, it's all right, bro, don't worry, she deserved it. You know what I'm saying? As opposed
Hey
to
man, I've been there, brother.
yeah.
That'd be fucking interesting as fuck.
No thanks.
That'd be tight.
Yeah, so at least 14 cities in Alaska have employed police officers with criminal records. But a lot of these criminal records, they're the ones that should have been prevented from being hired in the first place.
Because they're like pretty bad ones.
Yeah, like some of them are felonies and stuff. Like they shouldn't have a cop job. And so they're saying that they found there was this news organization that found out that more than 34 officers who should have been ineligible for these jobs got the jobs. And then in all except for 3 cases, the police hires were never reported by the city governments to the state departments of public safety, which is required. So like
I see.
So the police department is committing crimes too.
pretty much, even the chief.
So that means they knew about the crimes and then they're just like, fuck it, I like you.
Pretty much. And so
I'm imagining they're all small town cops with friends
it
in
is
the
all very
department.
small town.
Okay.
So they're saying that the reason why this is happening is because there's been a lot of budget cuts and there's just not a lot of people. Like the only people that are really looking for jobs as a cop are criminals, and they're the ones getting hired.
Like the whole town has a record.
God.
Damn.
Or whatever.
Well, whoever's trying to apply has a record.
The unemployed who are trying to get jobs.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and so
Well, sometimes I think criminals make the best cops.
Because they know.
I can see it.
They know what's
They
up.
know, and then they'll battle them. But it also depends on how long it's been since that crime.
Or if they're rehabilitated or not.
Yeah, or if they're gonna help the criminal.
I feel like criminals have probably been through so much and police officers see so much throughout their day that they have so much trauma inside of them that I can't imagine someone who already has like a bad mentality of the world going into that work field and then having to go through so much more again. You know, like they'll probably treat people like shit because they're over it or whatever.
like recently, the governor who he vetoed millions of dollars for the village public safety officer program, which had started in the 70s.
Do you have a picture of the governor?
No.
I just picture a guy with like sunburned face and like sled dogs.
In Alaska?
Yeah.
Did you picture
Maybe he
an
has the-
Eskimo
maybe-
governor?
He has
Yeah.
a goggle outline.
No goggles, dude. Just this. It starts from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has a fucking
That's
hood
our
on the whole
picture.
time. You're the worst.
He just looks like a regular white guy.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I forget there's white people in Alaska. Like for some reason it was all like straight up Inuit in my head.
Yeah.
Here, this is what he looks like.
Sarah Palin's from out there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Alaskan government.
So anyway,
Looks
so
like
he
it.
vetoed that funding, and he said that the reason why he vetoed it is because 17 out of the 55 authorized positions were vacant, and that the funding, they just have an inability to spend these dollars in recent years, and that was his reasoning. But that same day, the federal government announced that it would declare a law enforcement emergency in rural Alaska. So they authorized more than $10 million in immediate funding. And so they're saying that the U.S. Department of Justice said that Alaska has the highest per capita crime rate in the country.
What?
And that some of the money would go toward hiring, equipping, and training village public safety officers.
Highest?
But you know why though? Because over there, like, it's probably, they don't have sun for a lot of the year. Honestly though. And so people are probably like sad and it's always dark, you know, like it's just more, it's easier to just do things and get away with them maybe.
It's more rural too. You can get away with shit.
Yeah, like everything's probably far as fuck.
Damn, imagine how much graffiti you can do if it's like 20 hours of night.
Who's gonna see it?
No one's gonna see shit.
That's true. Who's gonna see it?
How come the graffiti artists don't go there? Genius.
They won't see the
There is
art.
a social science experiment on how they lowered the crime rate by adding more light in a parking lot and stuff. So then maybe you're right about the whole darkness is like there's more crime because it's just.
Well, even think about like when it's winter here and like everyone's fucking sad. Like seasonal depression sets in, and does the crime rate go up at that time of the year?
I think everyone's sad because they live in LA.
I mean, I'm not sad in the summer. I'm sad in the winter.
I don't know if we get winter depression the way the East Coast does.
Winter doesn't even feel like winter.
It
Well, to
doesn't.
me it does.
It does?
Yeah, because I can't be walking around like this like I really want to.
You can't do double denim in the winter?
Really short shorts.
Well, I guess it's relevant
risky.
to where you come from because if you're from a tropical area, then yeah, it is pretty like cold and.
I wear the same clothes like year round.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
Jesus Christ.
I don't.
Pretty much.
I don't even feel like we have a winter, but I guess if you're from like Hawaii or.
You only feel it like in like early morning or late night.
Yeah.
Like once it's like noon, it just feels, I don't know, it just feels hot.
Even going now, I don't like going out in winter because it's cold. Like with what you could, like what I could wear, I guess, like a dress or whatever. I feel like, how am I gonna wear a sweater with this? You know?
That's crazy because I thought
There's more problem.
Alaska was doing well, and don't they have like universal basic income in that state and all that shit?
Well, they have a program that the oil profits go back to the people.
The citizens,
that live
they get a little bit of oil money.
there,
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I had no idea. I had a friend though that moved out there to work at different like Chinese restaurants because they didn't have a lot of workers, and he would tell me like he would fly to different cities for shifts.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and they were paying him like 20-something bucks an hour.
Wow.
That's nothing, right?
yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, like that's how much business they were getting, and they didn't have enough workers. So that might be the reason why like there's not enough workers. So then the cops like-
Overall.
Yeah, or not enough cops either.
yeah,
20 an hour plus tips?
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Well, so he's just taking puddle jumpers over there or something?
Yeah, I think they're like little planes or whatever, but he grew up like right here in Monterey Park, and then he left to work out there, and he goes, I want to be a resident because he was telling me that once you become a Alaska state resident, you get money too from the government.
Yeah.
And there's no like taxes that we have. It's like not the same. So.
Well, because nobody wants to live over there.
Yeah.
You know, it's cold, it's dark.
Electricity's cheaper. You could mine Bitcoin there fairly cheaply because it's already cold.
How do you know this?
Wait, what do you mean it's already?
I don't know. Perhaps I have researched such a thing.
If you like fishing,
To Alaska.
Maybe
and
I built my own
snow-
Bitcoin miner at some point.
Wait, what do you mean it's cold? I'm confused by that.
Oh,
Alaska's cold.
No, but the Bitcoin thing.
Okay, so yeah, when you're mining, it's very hot. It's a hot practice. And so if you already have the air around you cool, you can just run fans
Yeah.
and have the air
It
circulate.
doesn't cost
through
as
that way.
much. So
Oh, the computers get hot.
yeah, the computers.
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
hot.
Mining computers.
The mining rig gets hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, really hot.
Yeah.
Like for example, the mining rig that I
I
built.
thought he was fucking with you at first.
No, the mining rig I built.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
It's like
I
as
thought-
big as this table, and it could heat this whole fucking room up like crazy. Like we're
energy.
all like dripping sweat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's a hot
Yeah.
boy. Yeah.
So if you do this in like China or somewhere humid and hot, you have to spend more money on cooling everything down with
they
the
spend
AC.
fuck tons in China to mine Bitcoin.
Yeah, I thought he was fucking with me too. So
No.
You need to explain this.
So are the Alaskan residents alarmed that criminals are becoming cops, or is it like other people outside looking in like, oh fuck, this looks like a scary place to live?
No, the residents themselves are saying that, for example, this one quote says, "It's outrageous that we have a situation where we have such a lack of public safety that communities are resorting to hiring people who have the propensity for violence and placing them in a position where they have control over people and possibly could victimize the victims further." So yeah, the people living there are not happy.
Yeah, it feels like the old frontier. Like there's shows on, you know, like the Gold Rush shows or like whatever. Like, and it seems like they just live like old school, you know, like Oregon Trail style, where it's just them and their family with guns and bears and all kinds of shit. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy, man.
If
I
it
don't
makes
fucking live
anyone
there.
feel better though, like in the police, they still have to do a police academy. And so if theirs is like a normal academy, it's like probably like 6 months long. and it's Monday through Friday, and you gotta wake up at 4. You gotta memorize all these penal codes and stuff. So like, if you are a criminal, there is a chance of rehabilitation, and it's like a pretty hard process to become a police officer. So it's like you
Is
can't.
that all across the board in the U.S.?
Yeah.
6 months is fast.
Yeah, it is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fast, but it's also extremely strenuous too.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not easy.
No, I watched Police Academy.
The comedy
A
show.
guy with a record
The movie.
who can identify and sympathize with, say, a wife beater or some shit.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing.
That's very scary, yeah. But hopefully through the training, the 6-month training, and it's all day long, that it can help change.
And they wake up and they go, wife beating is wrong. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because you also build a camaraderie with fellow police officers, and there's good and bad cops in the academy. And then you have a TO, which is like a training officer that when you come out. So hopefully there's like enough rehabilitation that happens where they can.
Maybe, I mean,
Hopefully.
I wish
I
they spend
hope.
more money on like therapy for police officers.
Oh, they need it for sure.
For sure, dude. Because if
Sure.
like once you go through the 6-month period, like it's so hard, and it's like all due respect to all police officers, you know. But I think at some point you get to like where you're in the work field and you're like, oh shit, what's easier, this or that? And then a lot of people take advantage of their power.
Yeah.
And there's
Happens.
way more good police officers than bad ones.
Oh, yeah.
But there is some bad ones that you're just like, damn, how did you get into this position? So to have someone who already has a record and
That's
can
why they
sympathize.
have internal affairs, right? And that's what
To
they
investigate themselves, yeah.
Dude, have you guys seen the videos of how fast cops have to react to some situations?
Fuck yeah.
Like their training, the way that they do their training is so fucking crazy.
Insane.
The way that somebody could just pull a gun on you in a random traffic stop is nuts.
Yeah.
Like those training videos, I recommend them to anybody.
That's why I don't even blame like police officers for getting like over aggressive sometimes, because just you don't know if they already if that situation where someone pulled a gun out and they have to block that gun and go, hey, stop, freeze. You don't know if that's the first time that they did that day, or they just experienced that 9 times earlier and now they're on high alert.
Yeah.
Or a cop is just chilling at a Denny's and somebody comes up behind him and blows him away.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking, that just happened the other day.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Where? I didn't read that.
A lot of
East.
cops get killed, and I think what we see in the news is cops killing just citizens, but they also don't know like how
All the protection they've done.
Yeah, the media doesn't report cops getting killed that happens in LA all the time.
Yeah.
Or
Like-
statistics, man. The University of, I think it was Michigan, just released a study that said that it's less likely that cops that a white police officer is going to kill a black citizen. And it's actually more likely that a black police officer would kill a black citizen because they were raised in those communities, so they're more familiar, whereas a white cop is more likely to hesitate because they are thinking about headlines
And they want to give everything the benefit of the doubt and the headlines.
and they're afraid, of that situation. So there's a delay in their response times. It's fucking fascinating shit that blew my mind.
Damn.